guys, it's Winterwolf. I'm back with a video that you guys actually voted on. On my Instagram, I put up two different polls. I put up a poll asking whether I should do a starter home or a tiny home, and you guys were very unhelpful on that poll because the results ended up being 50-50. But then on the other poll, I gave 4 different options on different packs I should use: island living, tiny living, eco lifestyle, and cats and dogs. And cats and dogs and island living tied. Surprisingly, I thought eco lifestyle would win, but it didn't. So we're doing an island living tiny home because I've already done an island living starter home on this channel. Granted, it has terrible audio, but I'll link it down below if you guys want to suffer through that terrible audio and watch the video. So tiny home it was, and the good thing about island living is that, or not island living, but Sulani, is it feels like a really open and trustworthy community, and a lot of their items kind of gear me towards that, like the fact that their windows don't have glass, and some of their doors look a little bit like they can't actually be locked. I don't know if that's true, but I mean, obviously in The Sims it doesn't matter that all the doors lock, but you know what I mean. So the top level of this house does not have 4 walls, and what I mean by that is that it's not fully enclosed, so the wall that would be facing the ocean does not exist. There is literally only a curtain there, and that's because I was trying to save tile count so that I could have this outdoor seating area. I'll add a second one in a minute that you guys will see. So basically there's a curtain there that kind of creates the separation, but there's no actual wall, and I think it actually looks really nice. It still gives a lot of, if you're being realistic, it gives privacy, because obviously when you have a curtain, and 2, it's facing the ocean, so unless someone's taking their boat and boating over to your house, or sailing, I guess would be the correct word. If they're sailing over to your house, then I guess, yeah, they'll see you, but otherwise it's pretty private for the most part, and realistically your Sims would probably fall to their death if they weren't being careful. But to be fair, they'll fall in the ocean, so is it really a big deal? I don't know. I wasn't being that realistic when I built this. I did a little bit. I put stones around, so it kind of there's some sort of barrier, but obviously the stones weren't tall enough to actually be a barrier if this were a realistic house. But yeah, so that's enough ranting about that. This house, I believe, ends up being tier 2. That was my goal for this build, because I said tiny home, and technically tier 2 is a tiny home. The other one's a micro home, and then that one's a small home. So tier 2 is really what I was aiming for. Tier 1 is just too small for me. I did make this build a little bit more cluttered than I usually do. I'm trying. You'll see as I go through. I really liked the fact that I have this outdoor dining space and this indoor dining space. The outdoor dining space is obviously a lot bigger because the house is very, very small. Which I really like, because I feel like it's really great if your Sims are entertaining Sims, or if they have their family coming over, then you guys can use the outdoor dining space. Plus the indoor dining space has the laptop on it, which obviously you can move. It doesn't have to sit there, but it's just kind of nice that can be a workspace as well, and then you can eat outside if you want to. I think island living, or Sulani, I keep saying island living because of the pack, but Sulani's the world. Sulani has fairly good weather usually. But yeah, so you'll see right now I'm kind of diving a little bit into the clutter. I feel like I don't do clutter that often, just because it's kind of annoying to place things and then have to move the object so that you can place it where you want to place it instead of where it slots to. I really wish there was a way for the Sims to let us just place things without it slotting. That would be super useful. And it's really not a big deal. I understand some things that Sims do are to make it easier for gamers that don't want to spend 60 hours building their house. If you take for the example of Animal Planet. Wait, no, not Animal Planet. Planet Zoo, I mean. Planet Zoo, the building is crazy, and it takes time and detail, especially if you want to build your own buildings and all that and not use the preset ones. And so I understand where Sims tries not to be that crazy, but sometimes I wish they would there's a little bit more freedom in it. Right here you're seeing a vanity. This isn't actually usable because this isn't an actual table. It's one of those decorative tables. I think it would go into the end table section technically, even though this isn't really an end table, but it's not usable. It's just for looks. I thought it looked really nice. I love putting vanities in my homes, but I don't do it very often. So this house was kind of girly and blue and soft and a little bit, I don't know, casual fancy almost. That bar stool is obviously very fancy, and the color scheme I think is really nice with the whites and the blues and all that. So I tried to keep it sort of a mix I don't know what I'm saying, but I really like this home. This is what I'm talking about. I add the curtain, and then I delete the wall. I end up putting these, I don't know what they're called. Are they called friezes? I'm not really sure, but those are there. They don't count as tiles, interestingly enough. Although when I tried to fix the curtain, then it's only started counting as tiles, and I gave up. But yeah. What else? Oh, right here. So I put the sink inside the cabinet using the Move Objects cheat because I liked it. And it's not actually usable, but I figured it would like keep your Sims from trying to do their dishes in the bathroom. It's not really a big deal because obviously your Sims can use the other sink. I also did this thing where I like took the what do you call those, like the shoe shelves, and I raised them up so that they were on this bookshelf, which interestingly enough is not in the bookshelf section. You like have to find it. I don't know where it exists. I just went into show all for Island Living and then I found it, but I really like that like bookshelf. I don't know why it's not considered a bookshelf. I guess because there's no books on it, so it's not considered a bookshelf, but it looks like a bookshelf. So I'm like, why? I don't understand. But yeah. And then I end up layering these two rugs because it's pretty seamless. You can't really tell that they're layered. And yeah. So here's me adding some more clutter. I tried to keep the bathroom pretty simple. I really don't like having cluttered bathrooms. Obviously there's no laundry in this house. Sometimes I like to put laundry. I try to put laundry in like my family builds a lot of the times, or like bigger builds, because it's just more realistic that way. But this one has no laundry because this is a base game and Island Living only pack, or only house, which I think it considered to be. I don't think I like accidentally added anything, but I'll have to double check. If I did, please spot it and tell me in the comments down below. Not that I can change it. I mean, I guess I could change it, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to change it. If you guys don't have the pack, it just won't exist in your build anyways, so it's not really a big deal. But yeah, I was really upset that I couldn't. I really like using the end counters because they just had like the seamless transition, you know, the water. I don't know if it's like a waterfall. I don't know what it's called, but I really like that, but I couldn't do it because it looked weird to have that like extra spacing. So here I add some books and a candle. I don't know what that's called. It's not a candle, but you know what I mean, a lantern. So I added some books because I figured, you know, you would be at the ocean. I'm sorry about that. I accidentally pressed somewhere and I went like far away from my house. But yeah, so we're reaching, I think, the end pretty soon. I'm not sure. I actually have a tour coming up, which is interesting. I tried to keep the landscaping for this pretty like covered while still being like maintained, because obviously this is a house, but the whole area is surrounded by plants that it felt weird to just like keep this so bare. So I did add a lot of plants in like some cornered areas while also kind of keeping it a little bit kept, you know. So these are the two like main plant areas, and I also put some palm trees at the back because it's not that deep in the water yet, so it doesn't like seem weird that they're there. Okay, we've reached the tour. I want to apologize for my video skills on this because I'm still working on how to use this camera and I'm not really that like seamless ever. I'm not much of a perfectionist. I don't know if you've noticed, but like I kind of just do things till I like it enough, or if I really want to, then sometimes I'll go all out, but sometimes I don't. But yeah, so we enter here and we have this amazing kitchen with this black background, which I absolutely love because it has such a stark contrast with the white walls, and then it also fits in really well with the blues that I kind of have going on because there's also some red in here. So this is like a very oddly colored house. And then we have a bunch of clutter on these shelves, and then you have some clutter on this dining table. You have a coffee. I got this stuff off of Debug, so it doesn't cost anything, but like this isn't a challenge, so it doesn't matter. And then you have this place, and you have this like separated shower area. I did use the Island Living shower because this is an Island Living build, so it felt necessary. And yeah, so that's pretty simple. And then you kind of go out here into this really nice sitting area, which actually has a easel on it, and it has like a little, oh, we're going the wrong way. It has a little table next to it where you would like put your paintbrush and stuff. Obviously this is Sims, you don't actually have it, but it has like glitter and like Debug glue on it. And then you have this like outdoor sitting area with these towels, which you can move if you want to use them for your Sims, so they can like bask in their amazing view, unsheltered, you know, to laze in the sun. Of course there's a boat because you're living in Sulani, why wouldn't you have a boat? Important question there. But yeah, so we're gonna kind of float up into the bedroom right about now. I just realized that lamp is clipping. Oh wow, it's already done. So this is what I was saying about the stone that I kind of add to create a little bit of separation. So we come in here, we have this really nice decorated area right here with some clutter and some plants just to keep it like a nice balance and it's not too much. And then we have this area with the nice pride flag, I think, and then these two ocean paintings that are also from Show Hidden Objects. They're from Island Living, so you can use them. And then some clutter on there, and then we have this. I'm absolutely in love with the fact that I thought to put these shoe shelving units on here, because that's just like big brain right there. Big brain right there. And then we have the vanity, and that's kind of it for the house. We're gonna kind of scoot out here so I can show you the whole outside. You have this amazing view, by the way. Like, I would love to live in Sulani. Absolutely amazing. So, beautiful view. As I said, I put some plants kind of surrounding the house. Not too much, but just enough. As you can see, the whole area is kind of covered in plants, like the surrounding area. So it felt weird, as I said, to keep the lot empty. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the build. I hope you guys like it. As always, if you do like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. If you like me, hit that subscribe button. And if you really like me and want to be notified every single time I post a video, go ahead and hit that bell button. I hope you guys are having a great day, and I will see you next time.